right, everybody, welcome to another edition of Moonhawk Studios Presents, the show where we're desperately trying on a week-by-week basis not to get canceled.
So far, so good, I guess.
Yeah, fingers crossed. I'm your host, Mac Paladin, and with me in the studio, as always, is my good friend Adam.
I mean, we're still running this thing all these years later, although, in fairness, there have been extended breaks.
Yeah, but that was by choice, not by circumstance.
Little from column A, little from column B there.
Well, we did also have that other show.
Right. I'm just saying, like, not so much the break itself, but the length of that, 5-year break.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah. Well, it wasn't a 5-year break. It was like a 3.5-year break because we did Last News Desk on the Left in the middle of it.
Right. The point is, it was a longer break than we were intending due to circumstances beyond control. So.
Yeah. Well, that and you were doing like 5 episodes of Fragments a week, so I was like, all right, well, I'll just throw it out there and then I'll let them massage their schedule to make it work. Kevin's in the hizzy.
Yeah, here with an icy hot pack on my shoulder. Fun times.
The joys of getting old.
Well, I don't think it's old. More like going past your limit.
Take it to the limit.
I'll explain more in a moment.
Yeah.
Sure you will.
On technicals, it's Betty Fan.
So you want to hear my views about space lasers?
Oh my god.
Oh god, no, don't even think about it.
I do not grok
you somehow.
Yeah. I do not grok. And bringing up the color commentary is the Golics.
It's a shame, because if you grok, then that would turn it into a soup and consuming it, so it's hard on you.
You went in and out there.
That would have been amazing if that had not been chopped.
Sorry.
No, I know. It sounded like it was going to be awesome.
Sometimes I've been having mic problems and it's hot. So I have fans on.
No, I totally understand. As I'm sitting here with my tornado. Did that just to upset Eddie Van?
I will find a way to get to Arizona.
You'll melt as soon as you enter the state.
Probably.
We got our guest had a scheduling conflict of sorts, so we are flying solo this week. We have some great videos to commentate on, but before we get to the first one of those, Adam, why don't you go ahead and start us off with the news?
Yeah, right. So, in terms of personal news, thankfully the babysitting gig ended.
Hooray.
I had to watch my youngest nephew during some of Fragments of Silicon because my brother wanted to do an event with his oldest just alone, and that movie ran long, so that went into showtime. Thankfully, my youngest nephew had his device, which kept him occupied. Although, there are a few instances where I was talking to him, because he was asking something. So, unavoidable, but thankfully, over and done with.
Well, they don't call you the Bob Uecker of podcasting for nothing. You're lightning fast on the mute button.
Nobody calls me that.
I don't know why you're upset about it. That was an extreme compliment.
I'm just thinking of Futurama, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, in terms of the ongoing construction project that's going on in my bathroom, it got extended again because it turns out it turns out before the shelf can be put in, the flooring needs to be replaced. And the price quoted was more than what was willing to be spent there. So we are looking into alternate handymen to finish the job. And if that doesn't pan out, then we'll have shelves built elsewhere in the bathroom and seal up the cabinet. Yeah. Like,
All right.
so that's a thing. And that's pretty much my news for the week. Kevin, over to you.
Well, as I previously noted, I've gotten a new job at the local grocery store, and of course, part of my job is to push carts. And if you know anything about carts, especially when there's about 4 or more in a pack, they are pretty heavy. And sometimes your body does not like when you push heavy material. And unfortunately, because I overdid it at least once, I either pulled my shoulder muscle or strained it or pinched a nerve or something, which has required me for the last couple of days to get on that leave, and then starting this afternoon, get some icy hot on it, and
what?
Hopefully, with 3 straight days of rest and after a day of putting icy hot on it, things will get back to normal here, or at least somewhat normal. So there's that.
That's always the problem with local grocery stores, is that they don't have a Walmart-style cart buddy.
Well, I work at Kroger, which is a conglomerate.
Well, they should have one then.
We don't have a buggy, but we have like a strap thing.
No, a buddy. It's Go
ahead. It's probably a case of the fact that I mixed multiple different kinds of carts, because it's not just one kind of cart that we have.
Oh,
so, yeah. But so that's been happening.
At least you're not working for Food for Less. Then you'd really be in trouble.
Yeah, probably.
Part of the Kroger family.
Yeah. Well, that's an upgrade. That's what's happening in my world at this point. Because something else is going on. So, Betty, what's going on in your world?
This week has sucked. Let's see. Saturday, I originally thought there was something wrong with our internet modem. Turns out one of the cats was messing with the buttons for the UPS on it, the uninterruptible power supply, and set the power output too low to keep it on. So I didn't know why it was dead for a good hour. And then I finally messed with the buttons, like, oh, okay. Because the internet, like the service area, isn't open on the weekends. So I wouldn't have been able to get it serviced until Monday. So we got that sorted out. Sunday, I decided to take the afternoon to clean out the pool. I wake up Monday, the pool's leaking.
Oh, dear.
It gets worse. I called the pool company. Because, installer put it in, have them look at it, figure out what's wrong. They tell us, we'll have something by the end of business Monday. Don't show up. Call them, a little bit before they close. Oh, you're on the list for Tuesday. Nobody shows up. I'm rightfully miffed at this point. I get
quality individuals.
I get a little snippy at them over the phone, being like, what's going on, if my liner's damaged because of you guys, you better be willing to replace it. They no longer want to do business with us anymore.
That's when you send a lawyer letter. They'll suddenly start talking to you real fast.
Well, no, we're having another company come Friday, if they find that the liner damage is due to installation error, because we told them there was problems. There were soft spots in the flooring, which there shouldn't be on an above ground pool, and all this other stuff, and they're like, oh, it's fine, and I have text messages of this. So if the tech from the other company says, yeah, no, this is installer error, we're going to see about contacting a lawyer about getting, at bare minimum, the money back to repair their screw up.
Hell yeah.
And then, apparently my sister and dad posted negative reviews, and the deflection is hilarious. First, they were trying to blame the tree in our backyard. Now they're trying to blame that I got snippy with the person on the phone. So,
I mean, you did call them first and said, "Oh, you're on the schedule for Monday," and then they didn't come, and then Monday, and then they said, "Oh, we'll come tomorrow." They don't show up the second day, and they don't tell you why.
Yeah, like
honestly, Caroline Levitt is their PR specialist.
I don't know, but I honestly wouldn't have been as pissed if somebody would have called me before end of business day Tuesday. Is like, sorry, a emergency came up, we weren't able to send somebody. I would have still been miffed, but I wouldn't have been as pissed. And like the thing is, I didn't even cuss them out or anything like that. Like, I didn't realize I apparently was frustrated. I wasn't sitting there cussing at them and, so on and so forth, acting all Karen. Like, and then I even apologized when I realized I was starting to get frustrated. But, it's one of those, screw them. Hopefully it's just a cheap patch that the pool needs. But with there being sunken in parts to the flooring, eventually it's when hopefully it can hold until it's time to replace the liner in like 3 to 4 years.
This sounds like the time I was told to be grateful that anybody even showed up to work at McDonald's because of the pandemic. And I was like, grateful for something that was entirely optional from the beginning,
and that they were getting paid for.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's definitely had me like mostly pissed off this whole week.
Sounds awesome.
Hopefully because we dropped $8,000 into just building the pool, and that's not including the cost of getting tree limbs removed and all that. So I just hope we don't need to drop, another several thousand to get it repaired. And like, obviously, I don't want to deal with the hassle of suing these bozos, but
welcome to 2025.
Basically.
It seems to be the only way you can get action anymore. Everybody's so self-absorbed now that like there's no such thing as customer service. And you have to threaten to sue everybody now to get any kind of action whatsoever.
Because like they were fine until we finished paying off the pool, and then they started getting, let's say, shitty. Even though we went to them exclusively for the chemicals all last year. But,
awesome.
Yeah. If we need to sue them, we'll look into it, As far as what's coming up, this weekend will be my father's 61st birthday, I believe. I've stopped keeping track.
Wow.
Well, he thinks he's retiring at 62. He's gonna live off his Social Security. He has no savings, and most of the money he gets that doesn't go towards bill goes towards alcohol.
Oh boy!
So he's gonna take a 30% hit right off the bat just to retire 5 years early.
Basically.
Because it's a 30% hit across the board if you retire before before 65, and I think there's an additional penalty if you retire before 67.
Something like that. Yeah. He thinks he's going to retire early, and if we need more money, he's going to work at Burger King.
Good God.
He works at a hospital right now. He does sterile processing for instruments. Bro would lose his mind in a Burger King.
Yeah. This fry station isn't sterilized.
Yeah. Like, I would not be shocked if we get a call that we need to post bail for him.
Awesome.
So yeah, that's going to be a fun adventure. Oh wait, no, opposite of that. And then Saturday I do have a Digimon pre-release event. Hopefully, we're waiting to see if the store actually gets their shipment on time, because some stores have not been. So worst case, it gets pushed another week.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be interesting. But yeah, I guess that's it for me.
All right. Galax, talk to us.
Hi.
Serenade this young man.
Let me know if I keep dropping out, because I am still going back and forth on what.
We
I hope not.
lost like half of what you just said there.
Then I don't know what to do.
Fine. Do you want to try to do news or?
My sister is visiting, and I'm taking some time from work for that. I'm also hoping to have the Digimon thing. It's been hot. I've been trying to do some writing, but I'm having trouble plotting out a action scene.
All
Fair
right.
enough.
Did you lose any of that?
No, we
Maybe
got all
like
We got
one
all
word.
that, thankfully.
All
No,
right,
we
I mean,
got
if you
all
wanted
that.
to-
I got all of that.
I think it'll come through clear if you just like practically sit on top of the microphone. That'll probably
When I
be
sit on top
sufficient.
of the microphone, Petty yells at me for breathing into the microphone.
Well, Petty can just get over it. We'd rather hear what you have to say.
Okay.
This is my show, and I get to decide if heavy breathing is not allowed. No, but seriously, we would rather hear what you have to say.
Mm-hmm. I just don't like it when it drops because I can't tell.
Right. Well, you're coming through clearly now, so whatever you're doing is working.
Mm-hmm.
So
All right, so
else?
is that all you wanted to say this week?
I'm keeping it short if there's a chance of it dropping.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully we'll be able to get through commentary and other stuff without too much fuss. But as for me, I'm sitting here in full tornado mode,
Oh boy.
just trying not to sweat because I'm at home. I don't have enough gas in the car to sit there idling in the parking lot. It's not that I didn't have money to go get gas. It's that I was in the shower, you know, and I'm just like, everything hurts. I gotta go get dinner. I gotta go get gas. The show's in an hour and a half. Whoops, the show's in a half hour. You know, the ADHD time vortex.
Mood. God, it's a mood.
Yeah, you know, so I'm worrying about everything else that's going wrong with my gradually aging body here. And I've strained my Achilles tendon on my left foot.
Oh boy.
So I've been wearing a compression sleeve on my left foot and ankle.
Isn't that the
for the
one
last
you
couple-
heard on the sidewalk? When
You got to be way more specific.
the broken part of the sidewalk or whatever that you had to deal with
No, that
the
was
city.
a trip and fall where I hit my shoulder landing full force into the concrete and the decorative gravel on the side.
Ah.
Back in 2016, yeah. In 2019, I fell off of a ladder onto my left side, but that was largely head over heels. Isn't that right,
And then
Snowy?
the multiple blunt force traumas to the head, which got us where we are here mentally.
Well, the 70-pound auto harp was a one-time incident, but there was the fainting spell afterwards that caused me to fall directly on my face while I went to tie my shoes at the register. So that was fun. And then they put me through an MRI while I had metal staples in my head. So they're like, don't be alarmed by if you feel any tugging on your scalp. Ah! I'm already alarmed and we haven't even gotten inside the machine yet. Well, they were aluminum staples, so they had low magnetism, but that's beside the goddamn point. Yeah, it's just everything hurts. Everything hurts all the time. And
Welcome
of course,
to old age.
And of course, it's monsoon season, so it's a little bit like every day in Florida.
I guess I should mention this real quick. We do have thunderstorms rolling through, so if the stream suddenly goes off air, sorry about that. Zeus decided the stream was done.
Yeah, it just says
deuces. Today.
Yeah, it just says deuces, petty fans out. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gradually working towards getting this whole solar thing working out. I finally got a 12-volt fridge.
Oh man.
A literal trucker fridge. And I need to get one more power station, and there's a couple of other things I'm doing. I'm looking at the clearance rack on Temu right now. It's like, let me get another Luby.
That sounds lewd.
I mean, Luby's is the name of some kind of Perkins / Denny's / IHOP style restaurant in the South.
I mean,
I'm going to take some air. We're going to Luby's. Anyway.
Oh boy.
Then afterwards, we're having Blimpies. I hate to break it to you. Isn't that right, Snowy? Yes, my cat Snowy is here telling me all of his troubles. He likes to trill at me from time to time. Yeah, it's just been off and on, so at least I got a free car wash yesterday. That was nice. Yeah, because it was spitting the other couple of days, so I would go out to the car and it would be just covered in dirt. And then I'd drive around for a while, hit the gas station, clean the windows at least. Because I'm not going to wash the car when the weather's like this. That's just crazy. Oh, let me take this $9 out of my wallet, light it on fire, and then throw it out the window in front of a cop. That would be about as effective. Because as soon as I would wash the car, then all of a sudden I'd hear the thunderclap. Because that old wives' tale about the fastest way to make it rain is to wash your car is 100% true for me. So I got a free car wash yesterday. I did a lot of work. I was able to get a tornado fan which is the reason that's important is because it's a high velocity fan that is 12 volts, so I can use the DC plug on my power stations. So, and same with the little mini fridge that I got is that it is 12 volt, plugs into a DC plug on a power station. So I can finally go to Dollar Tree and pick up some stuff to actually cook at home, so I'm not spending $21 a day on, food out in the field. That's the main thing.
You mean you don't want to return to hunter-gatherer?
I mean, there are some days where I have a peanut butter and gummy bears sandwich.
Woo!
But those are the fancy days. The rest of the time, it's I got the tap water as scalding hot as I could get it to make my ramen.
Oh, man.
Because the microwave poop causes my power station circuit breaker to go. because it's a 1200 watt inverter oven. It's not a cheapie.
Mm.
So, it's not a 600 watt Magic Chef or something like that takes 4 hours to make ramen. But I mean, that's the main thing I'm dealing with. So it's like I'm trying to get to re-uploading Starship Moonhawk, and I'm trying to get these uninterruptible power supplies that I have to charge in sequence, so that I have a continuous flow of power all the way to this desk. So it's like from the solar panels at the window to the battery bank to the power strip, which runs my Predator and my Max Power by Luby. A company that says that it has a solar power connector but no website to purchase it from, and no vendor and no dealers that carry Luby products. Sold where fine Luby products are sold. Yeah, I love it when you get some obscure piece of technology and they show you an entire product catalog that doesn't actually exist. They're like, "Oh man, that accessory would be rad, dude!" And then it's like, yeah, it's like these little handheld emulator boxes that I get that insist that you can buy a secondary controller for them. And I'm like, where? What's the model number? Yeah. Oh, let me look up the E6. I'm sure that won't come up with weird results. So that's mainly what I've been dealing with. Other than that, it's just been work. Trying to get the bills paid and back taxes, because I'm sure the penalties are awesome right now. We'll put you on a payment plan. Yep. Send you a check right on the first. Wink. Come to Liberty Tax Relief, because remember, the IRS compounds your interest daily.
Liberty tax, huh? Well,
yeah.
That brings up memories.
Yeah. 0.00045% daily, but
Oh Lord.
Yeah, it's. I got a threatening letter from the state once because I was late on my payment on my taxes to them once, and they told me, if you don't pay it by this date, we'll add $1.87 in penalties. And I was like, shit.
Oh boy.
So yeah. So it was $1.87. Fuck, how will I afford that sausage roll at the QT? So yeah, it's just I'm unraveling.
It's a form announcement that has more impact. Missed payments for long.
Right. No, I get that. It's just, I don't know. I'm unraveling this mess one strand at a time. So everything that I complain about, there's 2 or 3 other things that I've already fixed. It's just I feel like my life is on pause.
As opposed to being on fire?
I mean, I am in the Arizona desert, but at least a family of tarantula hawk wasps hasn't moved into my backyard.
Prove it.
Yet?
Yeah. From my lips to God's ears.
They're hiding underneath the solar panels.
That is a place they would go.
I'm aware.
Luckily, I have a large family of cats living in my backyard, so they chase away bugs and other things trying to make nests. That's why we haven't had black widows in this yard for 6 years. So Pingu and Inky and the trio of kittens, Patches, Button, and Stripe, are all healthy, and now they're big enough and spry enough to be able to jump up on the wall and follow Mama into the other yard. So they're not just hanging out at my door howling that I'm not feeding them. Which, to be honest with you, is fine by me. If the feral cats moved on, that would be one less expense I have to worry about. As much as I enjoy their presence and their vermin removal, I'm not sure it's a fair trade on my part. All right, so we got some videos to cover here. I'll have some. Just follow my Twitter X, and when I have updates on the comics and stuff, you'll hear about it there first. But we have some videos to lampoon. So without too much further ado, let's introduce the first one.
All right. So before we do that, we're doing a bit of a format experimentation, given that we have no guest.
Mm-hmm.
So instead, we're going to go through 3 shorts at different intervals this week.
Right.
So, first up is a video that might be familiar to longtime watchers of MST3K, because this is one of the many shorts that appeared on that broadcast. One of the 2 shorts that appeared on the episode Beast of Yucca Flats, because that film was like an hour, soaking wet. Anyway. I'm like, Coleman Francis, how terrible you were. But no, this is Progress Island, USA. It's a 1970s. I'm not sure propaganda film is the right term, but
I think just a tourist film. I don't think it's propaganda necessarily.
How British is the narrator?
That's not British at all.
Matt gets
not
it.
very. Yeah.
I mean, it depends on who made it exactly. Like,
do they have a transatlantic accent?
No, it's American.
It's very American.
Transatlantic is American.
I just gotta say,
It's
70s? I'm not sure it's 70s. I think it's more 60s, honestly.
Trust me, it's the 70s.
Yeah.
You will be able to identify no other decade but the 70s just from the soundtrack alone.
Yeah.
I don't recall the 60s having that many wah-wah pedals.
Wow.
Late 60s, But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll get it. We'll get it quick.
Yeah,
don't fight the minutia.
This is about selling the island of Puerto Rico to tourists and business investment.
Uh-huh.
Oh man.
Yeah. So, also don't mind the work print numbers below here. It was kind of hard to find a copy of this that didn't have the MST3K riffing on it. So
yeah,
gonna make do.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
But if nothing else, we're not afraid to venture forth into hollow ground, so to speak.
Yeah, well,
this is one of the more beloved MST3K shorts, but they covered it, and some channels won't do that kind of thing because the masters have already done it. We don't subscribe to this.
Yep. I mean, if you think about it, that time clock is exactly the same thing that the folks at MST3K had when they riffed it. So
possibly. Anyway, let's move forward with Progress Island, USA.
All right.
Jeez.
I hope you don't have vision problems, because you will after this.
Democracy.
Please tell me that this isn't from the 70s.
Rich in its heritage of art and culture.
69, 70,
A wealth of
71.
grandeur and beauty.
Yeah, I'm thinking about like 71, 72.
Yeah, that's about right.
Bum 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 bum
Sun
bum
makes this
bum.
island a vacation paradise.
You know, you're waiting for the soundtrack to get out of
Today,
first gear, and it
is
just never
also a
does.
land of progress.
Until the
Building into
private equity
clean
shows
blue
up.
skies, the
Yeah.
island is on the move. Apartment
Uh-huh.
complexes,
That'll be
bilingual
bankrupt.
schools,
Soundtrack provided by
modern
Generico.
hospitals, luxury hotels.
Luxury for who?
Progress can be seen everywhere.
Hey, it's curved, man.
Progress for the foreigners, perhaps.
This
Wow,
Puerto
dude.
Rico.
I mean,
Progress Island.
they're not
USA.
concerned about the native populace.
The point, isn't it?
I mean, look at it. They call it Progress
Yeah.
Island, USA.
Which is
Friendly
stone.
reminder to a certain
Puerto
orange
Rico.
dumbass. Yes,
1,000
Puerto Rico is
Is-
part
is-
of the U.S. You fucking
where
moron.
the Atlantic meets
Is
the
that one of those backwards
Caribbean.
backhanded comments like
It
you
is
speak
just as
English so
American as
good?
its way of life.
Yes.
Burger King.
Enjoy the local cuisine.
I hate that. Oh, look, U.S.
Puerto
dollar.
Rico is permanently associated with the United
Hey,
States.
listen,
Once again,
Its 3 million
They provided
people are
We
they
need to
provided
emphasize that
British
it's a little
Whoppers.
bit like two for
Americans
it.
enjoy a
They
representative
provided
form of
British
government.
Whoppers with a grilled slice of pineapple.
The capital in San
That's
Juan,
right.
where the Senate and House of Representatives form the legislature. La Fortaleza. Built by the Spanish in 1540, it is the oldest governor's mansion in the Western Hemisphere.
Good for them.
Couldn't
Home
couldn't
of
get
corruption.
couldn't get through a video of Puerto Rico without a reference to the conquistadors.
Institutions like the University of Puerto Rico contribute
I think it's
to
mandated by
continuing
law.
progress.
Yeah.
Here,
And then the
1/3
money,
of
and then the
entire
federal money
population
runs
is
out
in
because there's a
schools.
bunch of brown people here.
Today, the island's educational system attracts young people from around the world.
From around the world.
And then they'll be going to stay home.
Quickly cutting away from a shot of people queuing because there's insufficient resources for them to get it.
San Juan International
Uh-huh.
Airport, crossroads of a global network of air transportation.
Eastern,
Puerto
they're like
Rico's
no longer
counted as a
exist.
flyover
Travel from
territory.
anywhere in the world in a matter of
Yeah.
hours.
It's so.
Oh,
Yeah.
Eastern Airlines and Pan Am. Boy, well, that brings back some memories I never had.
For the visitor, Progress
Too
Island
late for
offers
us.
a tremendous variety of experiences, beginning with the rich and colorful heritage.
TSA,
of the
catch that smile.
The fortress of San Felipe del Morro. Constructed in 1591, it withstood the
this
attacks
gonna be
of
on the
Sir
test?
Francis Drake and
Yes.
witnessed many battles
Yeah.
throughout its proud history.
Depends. What grade are you in?
The number of questions
In
will be
fairness,
subjective.
no grade is
The
going to be
streets of
teaching
old
this much
San
about
Juan,
Puerto Rican
Once
history,
the
not in the
cornerstone of
mainland.
Spain's Caribbean Empire.
Think about our empire. I don't know what it is.
Casablanca, home of Ponce
Yeah.
de Leon, who sailed with Columbus and established the first permanent settlement on the island.
And killed a lot of innocent people.
Yeah, we're gonna gloss over that fact, bro.
In the rooms and courtyards of Casablanca, one can still hear the echoes of the Spanish Main. The Ballet Folklorica,
No, that's just
Probably
a
the
flamenco
dead.
dance.
dance and music of old San Juan.
They don't try to pass off the whole group dancing as the dancing of San Juan.
Uh-huh.
Is this what they're doing in the nightclubs? I doubt it.
They might be.
The Museum of Art in Ponce, a perfect setting for a family outing.
Cue the MAGAs running in and saying, "What kind of Mexicans are these people?"
The museum collection represents 5 centuries of
I'm
American
having a
and
stroke.
European
I'm
art.
having a stroke.
The cultural institutions of Puerto Rico
Mission
enjoy an
accomplished.
international reputation. abundant recreational facilities await the visitor, old and young.
A kind of sailboat resort package.
Championship golf courses, the finest to be found anywhere.
Oh wow, golf courses. So
Florida.
Donnie Boy's going to be there
The
tomorrow.
tennis season, year-round.
Yeah, because when you think of Puerto Rico, you think
Except
of
we're gonna know the-
Puerto Rico is an
Only if he's there to
indoor program,
gentrify
too.
it.
There's non-stop excitement, both night and day.
And Las Vegas is
this
Atlantic
segment is
City.
now sponsored by DraftKings.
With sunshine 360 days a year, Puerto
Okay,
Rico
it doesn't
offers something
excuse the
for
lens
everyone.
flare.
No,
It
A
is.
fun-filled lifestyle, whatever your pleasure.
It's okay. It was washed
got the
out by
money
the old
for it.
film quality. Synchronized falling.
Graceful palms, an abundance of beautiful beaches. Puerto Rico is indeed a
You just-
vacation paradise.
Belting out the most generic platitudes possible about Puerto Rico, aren't you, narrator?
They're trying not to be
Like
racist.
Thomas Del Mar blend old
It's a
world
tropical
charm with
island that
modern
isn't
convenience.
horrifically politically unstable.
yet.
Condominiums, leisure villages, and a complete range
Let's
of
see one
outdoor
big hurricane to
activities
come in here and
make
that'll
Progress
turn
Island
this
an
thing
ideal
around.
place to live for every member of the family.
I don't know if you actually listened to some of the dumb shit that their representative for the Senate had to say.
God, yeah.
Fan concert.
I'm just
No.
saying that's their sales pitch, basically.
For the people
All of the benefits of being American, except not.
fulfilled with each coming year. It has formed a continuing pattern of progress that all started more than a quarter of a century ago.
Don't go back.
Mention
Don't
that
go back.
word. I do not think it means what you think
What
it
you
means.
think it means,
The
yes.
economy was based on the land itself.
Oh
From
no.
the time
Oh
of Columbus, Puerto Rico
no.
has been praised for the beauty of her landscape.
And then white people destroyed it.
Hibiscus and bougainvillea flourished throughout the year.
We're just kind of
Here-
glancing around the sugar plantations and the slavery,
Yeah.
aren't we?
Yes,
Yeah.
we are. You
Here at the Puerto Rican
Yeah.
History
Those
Museum,
aren't
we
things
have
that
the
you put in an advertisement.
yeah here at the Puerto Rican History Museum we see the very first syphilis blanket.
The largest crop is sugarcane.
Yes.
Bro, the whitewash is so hard, it's fucking opaque. Help.
Speaking of which, here's the sugar cane.
Special refineries
Yeah.
process the cane into sugar and molasses.
I mean, it's the only other
Refineries,
place.
yeah, that's the way to
Puerto
call
Rico's
it.
most famous product.
Look, if we're trying to reshore this stuff, it's the only other place in U.S. territory where we can grow it.
The rums of Puerto Rico.
Okay, Bacardi
Many
rum
different
is worth
brands,
celebrating.
All with flavors that are remarkably light and dry.
Indeed.
Almost all
If
of
you're
the
drunk.
rum sold in the U.S. is produced here, and its export is vital to the economy.
Back when I regularly drink alcohol,
If the rum's vital to the economy,
This
oh, I can see
building
why I
is the
got
heartbeat of that
pumped.
economy. The
Come
Economic
on.
Development
I need me some
Administration,
white lightning and some
which
blue
has achieved
mezcal.
remarkable
Economic
progress
Development
through industrial
Administration,
growth.
aka Corruption City, USA.
Operation Bootstrap, a pioneering program
Operation
for self-help
Bootstrap.
development agency.
Ah!
I know.
Yep.
An
I know.
investment environment which attracts industry.
I think that
around the
definitively puts this in the 70s.
Fuck you.
Yeah, that was a what? That was
I mean,
a
look at-
Carter.
I mean, look at all those AMCs driving around.
PPG, Upjohn, Kilmer,
Fucking
Digital.
digital. Ooh.
A skilled workforce makes Puerto Rico
Oh,
the largest
man.
manufacturer of many computers. and
I
a
need
leader
cheap
in
labor.
solid-state technology.
It's like wholly owned and operated by Compaq now.
Pharmaceuticals.
Not yet.
demand
Give
the
it a few
highest
years.
Standards of quality and
Yeah.
control.
Until Robert F. Kennedy becomes the Secretary of Health
With
and
the
Human
help of a
Services.
generous tax incentive program, hundreds of
Tax
businesses
incentive,
yeah.
have grown and prospered.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and then that
Same
tax
reason
incentive
like
gets
everything
fucked in the
Miami.
90s.
To high technology products.
Because what we needed to show was sweatshop labor.
Literally.
Yeah,
yes.
well, some
Well,
of it
this is the
was,
part where they're
some
trying
of
to
it
attract business.
Yeah.
Tourism.
Yeah, we tried the businesses and then they get fucked over in the 90s, and then the island itself does in the 2000s.
Operations on Progress Island is petrochemicals.
Oh
Nearly
boy.
$2 billion has been invested
Union
in
Carbide.
land
Union
facilities.
Carbide. Jesus.
Union Carbide.
Texaco.
Texaco.
Oil.
Whatever the industry,
Companies are getting
Puerto Rico's
eviler.
greatest natural resource is her people.
A wholly
we
owned
also have
subsidiary of
DuPont,
Chevron.
so-
Greatest natural resources are people. Is it though? We certainly don't act like it, that's for sure.
Well, it's not oil. Like, Puerto Rico's known for having oil
Volume of
reserves.
goods from the continental United
That's
States
why the
arrive
So,
US
I guess
has
they
Oil,
got going.
there's oil
now the fifth
everywhere until you
largest
suck
market
it
in the
dry.
world for U.S. products and services.
I'm just saying Puerto Rico was never known for oil.
Well, yeah.
Like, like say
Customers here
Venezuela.
on Progress Island mean over 130,000
They're showing us how to get everything duty-free by
throughout all
debranding
50
it.
states, and thus contribute billions
Uh-oh.
of dollars to the nation's
Boomers!
Puerto Rico.
Let's
Oh,
count
man.
how many of these are
They
dead.
see-
Ship for progress.
Not JC Petties. Petties. Yeah.
Oh God, we've fallen into a time tunnel.
An American democracy.
Not really.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, sorry.
Rich in its heritage of art and culture.
I mean, it is and it isn't.
A wealth
It's like-
of historic
It's a
grandeur and
complicated relationship, but they're not going to go into that.
It
No.
involves
The
people
Spaniards
dying.
named it Puerto Rico.
Yes,
Today,
And here we see the
Oh, that's
3/5 Liberty Bell.
Progress Island,
yeah,
USA.
that's a highly buried corner of American history. The Puerto Rican resistance movement.
Economic administration of Puerto Rico. Well, something that made sense in the 1970s, but in the 1990s we fucked it all up.
Glad they finished with the shot of the 3/5 Liberty Bell. Sips tea.
There's
Yeah, that's a
one.
video that didn't hold up.
Mm. Awesome.
Anyway, so
All right,
I
so I
think
believe-
that shifts us over to, I don't know, world events.
Yeah, so what's going on in the world? What do we want to talk about? I just there's so much going on. Like I said, I mentioned I mentioned my chagrin in the pre-show about this this Grok AI companions thing coming on the coattails of me releasing my grand plan. So that's all I got.
I mean, in other news, Elon Musk still isn't in prison.
He's not
Or,
going to be until
or deported to the Sudan.
I mean, there's a non-zero chance of that happening.
I know.
it's hilarious.
Mhm.
Also, apparently,
On
Trump
one
thinks he
hand,
can
yes.
just
On the
take
other hand,
people's
first-
citizenship.
First, they came for our billionaires, and I was apathetic.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess he has more game than Stephen Miller.
Jesus.
You
Like-
said it, not me. You said it, not me.
I mean,
I
it's an
nearly
objective
barfed in my.
fact.
Listen,
Like,
I was
Stephen
doom
Miller's
scrolling.
wife left him for Elon.
well, he definitely has more hair.
Hey, I'm not making that up.
Yeah.
I know. Elon Musk definitely has more hair, though. He also
Yeah.
has more hair
Also-
of a dog, but that's beside the point.
Yeah. Also, allegedly, he has a broke dick. So,
I
know.
I was doom scrolling X, and I swear to God, one of the comments under a Stephen Miller video clip was, "Man, I could just listen to that guy all day," and I just threw up in my mouth. I was just like, "Ugh."
My brain doesn't know how to comprehend that statement.
Yeah, I just was like, why? No, never mind. You're just blocked. I don't want to know why.
No.
The why is probably
Okay.
brain damage.
I'm removing you from my algorithm.
Yeah. In fact, you may want to wash out your eyes.
Ugh.
Watch out your
Of-
soul.
Of all the time for my thyroid retinopathy to kick in, darn.
Is that the thing you actually have, or are you exaggerating here?
A little of A, little of B. I've had this weird pressure in my left eye for a long time. It's either that or macular degeneration, and I don't want to find out at this point.
You
Fair
don't want to
enough.
find out till the
Either
lotto
one
winnings
of them
come in.
helps. Either one of them helps me out when I don't have to actually see a Stephen Miller video clip. So yeah, that was a thing.
Yes. I like, and unfortunately, we don't go up from here because
Oh dear.
All the regular news is just being flooded with all Epstein list all the time.
Indeed.
Well, that's what people voted for.
Yeah, I have
not.
no input on the conflict that this is causing, but it is very interesting to considering how it has come to pass, considering let's say the imagined positions of a lot of the people in power according to a lot of the people who voted for them compared to their actual positions.
The most amazing part about this is that they still think it's a flex that's saying, well, what if Bill Clinton's in there? And it's like, and so what if he is? Then let him go to fucking jail and swing like the rest of the dumb fuckers.
Yes, no, that's the thing that really bothers me is when people are like, oh, hey, if you get the Republican person in trouble for doing the bad thing, then maybe the Democrat person who did the bad thing will also get in trouble, and you don't understand that the reason I want them to get in trouble is because they did the bad thing, not just because they're on the other political side.
Unlike that, we actually believe in law and order.
Well, it's like
Fortunately, not all Democrats feel that, or not all people who support Democrats feel that way, but enough do, I think.
I guess that's a good segue to the New York mayor's city election, because the Lord knows I don't want to talk more about Trumpian sex scandals.
Guy from outside the political mainstream proves extremely popular by appealing to the things that his base wants. Mainstream loses its fucking mind.
No. It's more complicated than that. Let's break down the situation.
I'm gonna say not quite there. More, because the center left decided to run Andrew fucking Cuomo as their candidate of choice.
Right. Here's
like,
the
what
situation.
The fuck are you doing here?
Yeah. Here's the situation here. Right. Let's break this down here. First, you have the fact that the New York City left, unlike in 2021, actually decided to play the game this time and actually run somebody that they all align with and they all push. They didn't have two or more people, and they couldn't come together until like the last 5 seconds. Right? They found their man, they ran with their man, and it turns out, because of the field, the man was popular and was popular. So
also fundamentals.
Right.
Like, credit to Mahandi, he's been campaigning. He's been canvassing. He's been doing the things that you have to do in a campaign.
Yes, he brought his people out, okay? He brought his people out. He got out there, he got his base, and he got his base to vote. Now, that was going to be the case no matter really who the far left chose, right? That was probably going to be the case, but Zoran has that, extra bit of youthful energy and enthusiasm that got a little bit of an extra kick.
Yeah, it does help if your candidates are charismatic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So the issue now, of course, is that the other side naturally took the tactic, the completely original and never before used tactic of calling him a communist.
Here's the problem.
And I suppose I should have been fair.
There are issues here.
Cuomo who lost his fucking mind after not getting.
Right.
It's not just him, but a lot of his donor backers are losing their shit.
Right now, but here's the problem. There are real issues with Zoran here. His views on the Israel-Palestine situation are not necessarily as they've been presented, but they're still very collar-jerking inducing, let's just say.
Well, like the
Intifada stuff, yes. Intifada.
Yeah.
Yes. And a lot of his supporters are of the Free Palestine area, which in some circles is does indeed delve into the anti-Semitic, if you will.
That does appeal to a lot of people, though.
No, yes, and also let me just also stress that I don't think that Zoran himself specifically is anti-Semitic, but a lot of Jewish people in New York right now are very terrified about the prospect of Zoran mayoral seat.
I'm gonna be brutally honest. Why you would care about that for a mayoral race is beyond me. I could see if he was looking for a national office that would have any impact on that. But
here's the thing.
We're talking about New York City here.
Yeah, okay, here's the thing. I don't think anyone here really cares about the New York City election. It's like the problem is for the reasons of so much of the goddamn media is located in New York City, and thus they think the mayorship race is that fucking important. Like, it gets nationalized.
Also, mayor of New York is a position that has national media said, and therefore can potentially be parlayed into eventually national political career.
It is
positions.
a springboard. It's a springboard position. Mayors of New York have always run for higher office.
Yeah. Well, now, and also
That
the fact.
yeah.
And
that being said, we don't do this with any other mayorship. Like, we don't do this with the DC mayor's office. We don't do this with LA's mayor.
Well, it's because. Right. Yeah, it's because of the fact that there's that media bias there, and also the fact that this is the number one it was the number one. It's the number one city in America now. Yeah. And the fact of the matter is that this guy is a member of the Democratic Socialists of America, and unfortunately, Republicans are going to have him in 26 ads. It's bullshit. It's probably not gonna work, but they're going to try it. Now,
let's talk about the reality of the situation here.
Yes,
and that is Zoran is probably going to be the next mayor of New York City because right now
unless his opponents actually manage to get in one fucking line.
Right,
which none of them seem to have the lack of ego to do.
That's the point.
That's the problem here. You're running two egomaniacs at once.
Three. Let's break this down here because, Zoran is going to have a floor of probably 37, 38. That's his floor, okay? He probably will have a little bit more, maybe even a lot more. And so you have that. And then you have two people. You have Curtis. First of all, you have Curtis Sliwa over there, who's going to get like 15%-ish of the Republican conservative vote. That's 50% already gone right there. And then we have Mr. Adams and Mr. Cuomo. They're both going to be openly splitting the vote, either like 25-15 or somewhere around that nature. Eric Adams is going to get at least 50%. Like, just that alone means that Andrew Cuomo has no fucking chance unless Zoran's supporters decide, we voted in the primary, we don't need to go out in the general election. Unless they decide to magically disappear, then what you're going to have is a situation where the anti-Zoran vote is split three ways. And this is not ranked choice. It's not ranked choice where you can just rank them away. No, you have to get either Sliwa, Adams, and Cuomo in a room, or Adams and Cuomo in a room, lock the door, and tell them to hammer it out, have one of you run, and maybe you'll have a shot. But the problem is Eric Adams and Andrew Cuomo absolutely, positively hate each other. And they do not have the capability, because of, yes, ego, for one of them to drop out in favor of the other. And because of that fact, and because of the fact that they're going to split the vote evenly, along with 15% going to Curtis Sliwa, Zohran Mamdani will be the next mayor of New York City on New Year's Day 2026. And, if Democrats have a problem with that, here's an idea for you. When you could have run anybody, you could have chosen somebody else other than Andrew motherfucking Cuomo. The
disgraced former governor of New York.
The guy who undercut intentionally the number of dead in his state's nursing home facilities so that he could look good during the height of COVID, number one. And number two, the fact that he oversaw an office that was ripe with sexual harassment and intimidation led by him, with over a dozen female staffers coming out and saying that happened in his office, and that Andrew Cuomo has not at all once in any way, shape, or form been contrite or owned up to it. And he also was a shit campaigner.
He was too busy being
as well. Yeah.
He was too busy being narcissistically outraged that anybody accused him of wrongdoing in the first place, because as with all great narcissists, I can do no wrong.
So you have a situation where you have two vastly unpopular people in Andrew Cuomo and Eric Adams, who's also unpopular because he's a fucking crook who did a quid pro quo deal with the Trump administration, so he can't be a bulwark against the Trump administration no matter what the fuck he wants to do, which he probably doesn't anyway. So you have those two, and then you have Curtis Sliwa over there. So if Democrats have a problem with the fact that Zohran is probably going to be the next mayor of New York City, it's your fault, not his. Zohran is doing what he wants to do and is doing his thing very damn well, I might add. It's you and it's the center left that fucked up this time. And they need to own up to it and understand that at this point, it's better not to stop him, but to try to get him to moderate and become pragmatic. And if he doesn't, in 2029, run somebody else. I mean, say what you will about the New York City left. They learned from 2021. They learned. And it also helped about the fact that they were running against somebody that everybody fucking hated.
It's just unfortunate that New York doesn't have an anti-spoiler law. Because I think that's the word I wanted to use, because it was the same thing that effectively prevented Bernie Sanders from going independent and running against Trump and Clinton in 2016. Sore loser law. They don't have a sore loser law.
Yeah.
You lost the Democratic primary, so now I'm going to run as an independent.
Is that independent line shit? Yeah.
It's like fuck you, Cuomo. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's the point here. It's like everybody's thinking, that Andrew Cuomo has a shot, Eric Adams has a shot. No, because first of all, the whole mindset of is, hey, you lost, Andrew. You lost. Like, you decided to make yourself I can beat this guy, I can do this shit, and you flopped miserably because you were a shit campaigner. And now all of a sudden you think you can switch?
You know what?
Because you're independent? No.
You know what, though? I'm just going to cap this conversation off by saying I can never unsee Andrew Cuomo in that polo shirt with his floppy pierced man boobs during the COVID crisis.
Himself to be a leader, make himself to be a guy. He probably would have run in 2024. Like he probably was positioning himself to do that by intentionally making himself look good by fucking with the numbers. That's what he was wanting to do. He was trying to present himself because he wanted to do what his daddy couldn't.
Yeah, he presented himself all right with bolts in his nipples.
Jesus.
I set myself up for that one.
I'm just saying, I can never unsee that.
And he put the ball on it and he hit it.
I can never unsee that, and I will never ever think of him any other way now.
But yeah, at this point, it's like
that was his Obama's tan suit. It shouldn't have mattered, and yet it does.
Well, I mean, he has more sinister reasons to be upset about him, but
Yeah.
Oh
no. Trust me.
but again, it's like if you're upset about the fact that Zoran Mamdani is probably going to be the next mayor of New York City, don't blame Zoran or his supporters.
I'm infinitely more concerned about the Trump administration threatening to overturn a election. Mr. Will of the People, him and all of his sycophantic followers saying, well, you have to let him run and we have to have the recount because we can't be usurping the will of the people. And it's like,
I mean, at this point, it's like, again, if you wanted to avoid this shit and all of this shit, you could have ran somebody who wasn't a toxic, egotistical fuck up. But that's what they did. And now, what happens in New York City is going to happen at this point. Like,
yep.
I feel bad for the people who, aren't socialists, that aren't necessarily far left, that are stuck between a far leftist, a crook, a sex pest, and that frickin' Hell's Angel wannabe. Like, some of the stuck between those four things, and knowing that New York City has been a nonstop, never-ending fucking circus since New Year's Day 1994. And it ain't stopping. It's like, New York Democrats need to get it together, and New York City Democrats do better in 2029. If Zoran is indeed the nightmare, socialist, evil mayor that people fear him that he's going to be.
I think he's going to be fine. He actually gives a shit about people.
Yeah, look, as long as he, shows some level of pragmatism and moderation, and as long as there are cranes in the skies over New York City, and in New York City, then he'll be fine.
Here's the thing about New York City. One man cannot change New York City by himself. He's going to get there, and he's going to either figure it out or he's going to be the most do-nothing mayor in the history of New York City because of the fact that he's going to encounter the machine and realize that he alone cannot dismantle it without help.
City Council in Albany. Yep. Look, if he gets stuff done, but if he gets at least a fraction of what he wants to do done within 4 years' time, he'll probably get a second term.
I think he's going to be just fine. I think he'll moderate because he has no choice.
Yeah. I mean, he has to, number one. Number two, the economy has to remain stable for reasons of his own making. I mean, if the economy goes south because of stuff outside of his control, it's whatever. But he won't have to worry because of him.
He won't have to worry about threats from the Trump administration. New Yorkers themselves will put him in the Hudson River.
Yeah, crime crime has to remain stable or lower and cannot explode, because if crime explodes, then that's a wrap. But again, it's like I said, if Zoran's a good mayor, then he's a good mayor. But if he fucks up in 2029, find somebody who's not Andrew Cuomo. Or Eric Adams, or somebody like him.
Yeah.
And anyway, that's enough of that.
Yeah.
All right. I was just about to ask, we're going to get back on topic.
Yeah, I'll put the cap on that.
Did we have any other items? Did we have any other items of note besides the daily barrage of the Trump administration and their stupidity?
We need another podcast for that.
Yeah,
okay.
I think this topic has been very successfully trodden this week.
I'm sure
it's like letting steam out of the pressure cooker right here.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It's just the question I asked, and this is where I'll end it. There is the question I had asked, and this is just more of a general question: is if he's just going to spout nonsense every day, it's like, why bother showing up for these daily briefings on the lawn, on the track?
Because he likes being on television?
Right,
Yes,
but why does
he
anybody
likes-
respond?
Because
Because
access.
they think he brings in ratings. Like, geez.
Ugh.
Ratings,
That's what it's always
access.
been about.
Ratings, access. One, two,
Rage
bing, bang.
bait engagement on social media.
Yes.
Anyway,
All right.
can we move forward here?
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, we're done. We are done.
All right, so
Oh.
I guess we're going to need some explanation on the next video.
All right, this video is from the BBC. It's talking about the 80s version of what they would call computer addicts.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna have to dig up some of their BBC Micro stuff one of these days.
So yeah, is everyone ready for this? Because this is
The entire video.
Seeing
The
this
entire
specifically
video-
is from. Yeah, sorry. Seeing this specifically is from Newsnight. Oh boy.
yeah, no, this is gonna be hilarious.
Entire video is 8 minutes of Douglas Adams.
Here.
Are you keeping up with the Commodore?
Chris Carter works
Commodore
for a
PET?
large
See
borough
Patch TV?
council. He's their operations manager in the computer department. He
Well,
works hard.
access
but
to
not so hard
PCs
as
were
to
limited
make
in the
utilize
UK in the 80s.
At lunchtime, he goes to the pub.
I think that typing
Actually, he
style.
doesn't like pubs all that much, but then he doesn't go there to drink and
I think my
socialize.
typing teacher would have had it.
As long as there's a
Mr. Doom!
game in sight, Chris Carter
I
is
used to be
happy.
straight up the bomb at that game.
Pubs without machines don't have a lot for me. I'm not interested in filling myself full of beer. If I found a machine, I'll stay with it until I mastered it, usually.
Then again, beer will
I
never
can
get
choose
you
some
drunk, so I
startling
get
day
it.
scores by finding chinks in the armour of the person that programmed it.
I've had a whiskey at 2 in the
There
afternoon.
are disadvantages. Usually, Chris has mastered the latest game within 2 or 3 days, while the machines are only changed over once a month. And he doesn't like the smoke and noise in the pub. It hinders
Wait,
concentration.
teaching
I
So
wonder
in the
why.
evenings, he stays at home, where he can get on with his hobby in peace and quiet. Chris Carter has spent thousands of pounds on microcomputers, the kind you can just about fit into the spare bedroom. He puts in 20 to 40 hours a week at the keyboard, day and night,
I'm assuming
often
more than
right
one.
through the night.
Yeah,
This
20
guy
The
is a man of
revolution
wealth
that
and
brought
taste.
the computer into the home didn't change his social life, it destroyed it.
The
Jesus.
spare bedroom is a converted closet underneath the staircase.
So great is Chris's enthusiasm.
I'm looking at this
that he's
guy and I
even got
don't
his
think he had much of a
3-year-old
social
daughter
life
Joanna
destroyed.
Yeah.
learning some of the basic skills. She'll be even
Oh,
better
Lord.
at computing when she's learnt the alphabet.
Oh no,
Blep.
he's
But
teaching
what
his
Chris
child.
is grappling with at the moment is the kind of program that could transfer huge
Oh,
areas of
no, it's
Chris's
not
expertise
to have a
into the
child, first
computer,
of all.
so that he could
Oh,
have the knowledge
bollocks,
of
it's a
the doctor, the
stack
lawyer,
dump.
or the architect at his fingertips.
I've been doing one on
By the way, this is how they
house
literally
selection,
sold
house design.
some of these computers back in the
and
80s.
method of doing
It's
it.
educational
With
device.
parameters which will tell you what sort of house would be best in what sort of area, on what sort of soil.
Well, how long did it take you to work that system out?
Chris Carter, the lesser-known cousin of Peggy Carter.
Will probably take most of my free time for about 3 months, and then assimilating all the knowledge to put into the program, and it'll be
Analysts
it'll
of
be
S.H.I.E.L.D..
complete. Will probably take the same amount of period.
Do you think you'll use it? Will it be of any
The
practical
hit
value
new
at all?
series from ABC.
I'm joking. I'll have a house by then.
You're
I'm looking forward to
joking.
the moment. I doubt very much that it will be a real use to me.
So
For you.
It's a problem. It's there. Why do people climb mountains?
And some people
Well, is that wrong?
that you've really become
Did he
obsessed with.
like half-ass quote
It's
Kennedy?
a possibility.
Possibly.
It's a possibility. It's not more. It's not a major.
The great British explorer, George Mallory, who was to die on Mount Everest, was asked why did he want to climb it.
Time when my wife
He said,
sleep no more.
because it is there.
I mean, there are some weeks when he'll get up at 5 in the morning because he's working on an idea, and he'll wait as soon as he wakes up, he'll go and sit down on the machine and start working
The
on
most
it.
ancient
And I'm
woman
sitting
in
conscious
Britain,
like
ladies and gentlemen.
from the spare room. I mean, if the same situation.
Just
was on
clicky
upstairs,
clacking.
you know, I would begin to think Chris would be better off in a room on his own with the microcomputer, and
Davis would watch
because
CFAX.
that's what he was
Don't
sort of
think
doing all of his.
This could get any more British.
The noise
Yeah.
is interrupting me while I'm doing macrame.
Oh, but it's just I want to see something of you as well. You see.
Yeah.
It's
I
a
wanna
bright
see
and
something
sunny
of you as
day,
well.
just right for a stroll in the fresh air. But businessman Graham Hawker has got a problem that's
Well, maybe he
keeping
too
him
has a broken
indoors.
dick.
He's trying to locate the Princess of Serenia, who's
Bro,
been
is
adopted
he
by a wizard.
okay?
But on the way to the wizard's castle in the mountains, his way is blocked by a giant. It turns out that he can charm his way past the giant by playing the harp.
Oh man, that flood,
This
Phil.
kind of
I
computer
know.
game is partly a question of trial and error. Incorrect moves
Oh, you
by
poor
the player
Brits are about to
greeted
feel.
with
We're going to
suitably
see what's going to
dismissive
happen in a couple
replies.
years when this becomes more real.
Graham Hawker
Oh,
admits
boy.
that his
I don't think their
relationship with home
brains can handle
computers
it.
has been little short
Yeah,
of
I think they're going to
obsessive.
be able to handle that.
What is
They
the
can barely
thrill,
handle
though,
Doctor
that you
Who.
get out of pitting your wits against a computer?
I've converted this loo into a computer room.
The first is that the computer's perfect. It doesn't make mistakes.
The computer's perfect. Bullshit.
So, in exploring anything that
Alex.
the computer's doing with
I
you,
just had this wall sponge
anything
painted.
that happens that you didn't want to happen is purely your fault. It can't be the other side. The other side's perfect.
What?
So
The other side's
you're-
perfect.
You're
Bollocks.
You're pitting yourself against a perfect machine.
Stop
trying to do
bollocks,
something
sir.
just as perfect.
You're going
He
to
saw
find that
that-
out real quick. A year or so.
Computer
He saw the
addicts don't
1880s
know
patent
boys.
for the toilet and
Phyllis
realized that he was
Arundale,
supposed to
who
be
runs a
facing the
sweet
tank.
shop in Hertfordshire, proves that
Found
you
a
don't
female.
have to be
They
male
found a
to be
woman to make sure
computer
that
mad.
make sure
She
they
bought
make sure
one to
that
help out with the
they
accounts.
don't make it all
The computer
men.
did in seconds
I find
what
it
had
that's
previously taken
funny.
her 4 or 5 hours of paperwork every night. And what did she do with the time she saved? She became a computer enthusiast. But devising her own programs and getting inside
Yeah,
the
she looks
mind
real
of the machine
enthusiastic.
wasn't good enough for her.
My latest project.
Well, it's just the Greek
is,
British character.
You see the link with the shop, the box? That's a
Zip up for lips and all that.
potentiometer. I'm
Yeah.
doing my first project, which is printed circuit board, PCB.
She had to rest her hand on the subprocessor in order for moral support.
It's the beginning of the computer, and actually making your own computer, your own electronic gadget, as it were. And that is
That's
the potentiometer
different from
that
the
I
boys.
made,
At least she's trying to
that I
do
made for
something.
my first project.
Trying to build her own computer. I mean, hey, why not? That's
And that
different.
is the single one. And these are the capacitors. And
But this is quite amazing.
Jesus Christ.
You're not content
Now,
with programming
I know.
computers, you want
This
to
is
make them
1980s. This is early
Well,
80s right here. We're talking about,
it's
folks.
exciting. And
Yeah,
after
I have to replace all of these
I'm
unsealed
doing the whole
caps.
thing, so I like to know. I like to start at the beginning.
I ran out
And
of
then
solder,
I'll
so I
know
used some
how,
chewing gum.
The computer even begins to operate before I can take do.
Back in the days of
If I'm
breadboards.
successful with this project, I shall do something a little more adventurous.
Courtesy of Radio Shack.
Computer addict, are you?
What was the Radio Shack
Well, I don't
equivalent
know.
across the
Maybe an
pond?
addict, but I call myself an enthusiast.
Probably Tandy.
Yeah, she's building a computer. She's not typing in.
Handy Corporation owns Radio Shack.
In
Handy Corporation
1982,
owned Radio
they
Shack.
businessmen had their best year so far
Like they
with
used
home
Tandy
computers.
brand abroad.
There are now
Like,
about
there are Tandy computers
700,000
in
of them in
Australia.
Britain. The cheapest,
Back
at
in
about
98.
£70, has sold around 500,000. But something a bit more sophisticated could cost 2 or 3 times that amount.
It's worth me spending £200 or whatever.
I see.
The salespeople freely admit that a computer won't
You
magically
can just
take
feel
over
the
your
monocle
household
on
finances.
the guy who's
They
narrating
tend to
this.
stress the educational value for children. What they probably
It's
won't
about-
tell
You can tell he
is that
passed
you
go and
might
collected
find your
$200.
relationship with the machine more intense than you expected.
Oh
So
man.
have you played it
There it is.
today?
Now I just want to download a copy of Karateka.
Oh no, don't, please don't.
Oh, these two still. Eddie still has trauma from when we reviewed the making of Karateka.
That's trigger word. That's trigger word.
Oh, doctor.
That was over an hour long.
Yeah, I was there.
Oh Lord.
Look,
Well,
you
so
get a
that was
classic
that.
game in my sights, and it's going to be a while.
Oh,
And
so
to
there's
think I used to like that game, but god damn that bird at the end.
that.
Trust me, I ranted quite a bit about Karateka there. Like I never like. I got to the Iron Gate.
Uh-huh. We got one more here.
All right.
Yeah. Anyway, but before that, we shift over to the entertainment.
Indeed.
Oh, okay.
Are you not entertained?
I am the
And yeah,
entertainment
I know
baby.
exactly where we're starting this week.
All right.
That is with the, I suppose, revitalized DCU.
I mean, that's a word.
I'm like,
Are they rebooting again?
I don't even
No.
fucking care about their continuity anymore. They made a good movie. This is an improvement over many of their.
right, but since we're talking about entertainment news, news has broken today that they are officially moving forward with more DC movies.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the important part here, Galax.
Right.
So,
Well, the iron is hot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're no longer being coy about stuff like the Lantern series or any of that stuff. It's all DCU all day, every day.
Yeah.
right, but specifically what got announced today is the Supergirl movie.
Oh yeah, they
And
dropped the poster.
Yeah, they dropped a poster, and it's coming, I think, May 2026.
Yeah, and the poster is interesting because it shows the logo type from the Superman poster that says "Look up," and it has "up" crossed out with "out."
Right.
Yeah,
So
it's
that's
obviously going to be the tails to the Superman heads here in terms of what we're going to get. Like I think Supergirl is going to be the full gun rather than little bit. Even though it's going to be directed and done by other people, it's probably going to have more of that energy we expect from a James Gunn led movie.
Right.
Yeah. The point is, I think we can officially call the Superman movie a success.
Yeah.
Since DC and WB are moving forward with their plan.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, it's working. It's at this point, it's just a case of how long can they sustain it. Like, and if they can sustain it all the way through, then great.
Right.
But the big goal here was for Superman to be a success in both critically and commercially, and I think it's done both of that. So here we go. Yeah. And Kevin Feige, you're on the clock, sir.
Well, they did do an official Phase 6 announcement, showing what their plan was for Phase 6, and I mean, none of it's a surprise because it's literally everything they've been talking about all along, with some minor modifications.
And in fairness, Phase 6 is opening up strong with Fantastic Four.
Right.
I'm like,
which people are just obsessed about that. Oh, they gender swapped the Silver Surfer. No, it's Shala Bal, you dumb fucks. We told you right from the beginning that Fantastic Four was not going to be Earth 616. It was going to be an alternate 1960s, leading up to that little end credit sequence from Thunderbolts.
Right.
I'll tell you this much. I mean, Kevin Feige and then that Marvel now they're on the clock because they don't get to say, oh, we're doing fine. Look at DC over there compared to us. It's like, no, you got to get up on your grind now.
Yep.
Yep.
and again, there's not a lot of junk on that list. So I mean, it looks like they're going to put in the effort.
Yeah, well, it's one thing. It's on paper. On paper, they should be fine. It's in practice that's always been the problem lately.
It's just if anybody was expecting them to wrap up, a big 3-phase, do a big 3-phase roundup like they did with phases 1 through 3 with Endgame, they're barking up the wrong tree. Reality and circumstances literally prevented that.
Doesn't explain the fact that they can't fucking get a Blade movie off the ground. That's a problem.
Well, you know,
That's a
by the time they finally do it, Marisha Ali is going to age out, and they're going to need to recast him.
At this point, he's probably aged out now because he's fucking done with the bullshit.
Oh, I'm sure of it.
Yeah. So, again, at this point, if Kevin Feige does not, whip that shit up in the shape, Kevin Feige's seat might get a lot more hotter, especially after Bob Iger goes bye-bye.
Yeah.
So,
which hopefully will be sooner rather than later, because I'm really getting tired of him kissing ass to the Trump administration.
I haven't seen anything that suggests he's not going to leave 7, so we'll see. But again, once there's new people in charge at Disney, Kevin Feige is going to have to make sure that he does that. He has shit to deliver. Otherwise, well, they may pull back hard.
Perhaps a regime change at Marvel Studios?
Probably not that far. Like
he's not out of gas yet. Look, it's just mistakes were made during the Chapek era. And I did not speak when I called it the Chapek error instead of era.
Yeah, mistakes, and also real life writes the plot.
Right.
Like, I don't think it's anyone's fault in particular that their big bad got nailed on a misdemeanor.
What a fucking idiot. Yeah.
Assault charges?
Yeah. And enough to trigger a purity clause.
Right.
Right.
So
basically, they had to jettison all the things that they were building to, and rework from there.
And it was a hard build to begin with because of the pandemic and strikes and everything constantly meddling with their schedule. So
things getting moved. Though also, who made the call to have Ant-Man go over Kang clean?
Yeah.
Like, that was just a bad move.
Mm-hmm.
I guess to use more wrestling terminology, you killed his heat. Permanently. So just as well they jettisoned him, because he was done.
Yeah. Admittedly, part of the thing of Kang the Conqueror is that the scary thing about him is that when you beat him, he comes back from. But also, he's supposed to be hard to start with.
Right.
And also, he's just not that charismatic of an enemy, I think, a lot of the time.
Yeah. Well, we're going to find out. Fantastic was the first real test here, and it is a test. It is a stress test here. So, we're going to have to see.
That being said, some of the errors of that era are still ongoing. Like, where is the sequel to Shang-Chi? What is Doctor Strange doing? That kind of thing. Yeah, loose ends that we have no through lines.
There's nothing on that Phase 6 schedule that suggests that they're gonna revisit any of that stuff. And it's upsetting because it's like they've set us up to be used to having this intertwined universe that one thing leads directly into another, and it's like, yeah, we're gonna do the thing. Oh, sorry, just kidding.
Yeah,
after the 14th time.
And frankly, it's actually starting already with the Fantastic Four movie. They've already cut out an entire character for time.
Yep. They got rid of John Malkovich.
Yep.
They got rid of who?
John Malkovich.
Oh.
Yeah, he was supposed to he was supposed to play Red Ghost, but he was cut for time because there was a lot of stuff to balance in the movie.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Yeah, not their best foot forward there.
Yep, so we're already seeing a situation where there are pressures being put to bear, and hopefully it doesn't pile up over time. Because when you get out a veteran actor like John Malkovich out of there,
Oh boy.
Yep. So, especially considering the fact that John Malkovich actually was in trailers for this movie until the final cut came in and they had to excise him. Oof.
Hmm.
Oh boy. So, yeah, it's heartbreaking not to include him according to the director, but well, when you have to get pressed for time, it's a problem. So yeah,
Anyway.
Kevin Feige, you're on the clock. DC, you don't have the DCU to kick around anymore.
It's a new day.
It's a new day. It's a new life. Anyway.
Be sure to look up.
And look out.
Yes.
There you go.
I set you up. I said, hey, look. After I zinged you earlier, I gave you a softball setup. So
you gave me the softball and I hit it out of the park. Yep.
There you go. So now we're even.
We're even. Yep. Anyway.
All right. So what else we got?
Okay, moving onward. We got to talk about South Park.
Okay.
Ooh, yes. And yes, this has to do with the continuing struggle for Sherry Redstone to retire. Because what's happening with Trey and Matt is that well, they are trying to do a extension of their deal with Paramount to keep the South Park train going, and they've run into a bit of a problem, and that is Skydance, who, despite the fact they do not run the company as of this moment, apparently, as a result of the fact that they're trying to take over the company, one of the clauses of that is they get a veto power over any new contract that Paramount does during this interim period. And one of the contracts that they want nothing to do with, particularly when it comes to the price tag and length of time, is the South Park deal. And it is fucking up Trey and Matt right now really hard. They have delayed the premiere of the new season by about a couple of weeks. And they are off Paramount Plus in a couple of international markets.
No, not a couple. All international markets now.
Oh, all of them? Oh, it's all of them? Okay. Yep. All right. I thought there was some that there weren't. But yeah. It's fucking up their international. It's fucking up their international streaming. Which it's pissed off Trey and Matt to the point where they've hired some legal people that aren't necessarily in the mood for settlement. So,
well, I mean, this is not surprising to me considering the problems that they've been having for years, ever since Paramount Plus / CBS All Access launched in 2017. They've been having issues with orders being fucked up, seasons being truncated, delivery schedules being messed with, international contracts not being observed. I mean, we've talked about this before. So it's not surprising to me that this is all coming to a head.
Specifically to the point here, what we're talking about here is that they're trying to get a new 10-year, $3 billion deal that's triple the value of their current deal, which expires in 2027. And, they thought, Trey and Matt and their company, Park County, thought that they had a basic framework with Paramount in hand, and all they had to do was just simply settle it down. But then Skydance, who claims that they have approval rights on any contract in this interim period, says, actually, no, we don't like that deal. That's way too much money. And, and Trey and Matt specifically wrote in a social media post, "This merger is a shit show and it's fucking up South Park. We are at the studio working on new episodes and we hope the fans get to see them somehow."
Wow.
Oof. And
I mean, I understand that with this merger and everything, money's tight. It's, Paramount's
God.
been teetering on the brink of bankruptcy and all that stuff, but killing off one of your cash cows out of spite is not the way to go.
I don't even think it's going to be killing them out of spite. It's going to be killing them for fucking shit up and fucking up the program. And here's the thing that's happening right now. Skydance is already going to be it's already clear that Skydance is probably going to drive Paramount as a whole into the fucking ditch. Because a lot of stuff is coming up in 26 and 27. So, you have CBS over here, right? Stephen Colbert, his contract is up in 2026. And the people he's obviously a loudmouth and after Trump and company. It wouldn't surprise anybody if the Skydance people decide to tell Stephen Colbert, yeah, your contract's a bit too much. We're not going to renew it. And you can take a pay cut or you can go away. The first big thing probably is that Jon Stewart's return to the Daily Show will probably be short-lived and it'll be out by December. Because that's when his deal comes up. So that's fun. That'll be funny. So you got that happening. And if South Park and the Daily Show collapse, Comedy Central could just close down its doors right there. Unless you want it to be TV Land 3, which it is outside of South Park and the Daily Show. Which is not necessarily sustainable.
No.
So yeah, and, the people in charge here probably have made a lot of promises to cut costs even deeper. They claim they actually want to put money into the company. Private equity. Yeah. Get out of that mindset.
So the merger hasn't even completed and we're already talking liquidation.
Private equity is the problem for every solution.
Yeah, that's
perfect. The problem for every solution. I love it.
It's like, that's the thing about this. This merger hasn't even gone through, and because, Skydance made it a point that they wanted veto power over anything that the company does, you're starting to have problems.
Crazy.
Like CBS News, you can forget about trusting them anymore. Because not just that settlement that they did, but apparently, Jeff Shell, a guy who lost his job over sexual harassment, anyway, apparently is wanting CBS to do a deal with Barry Weiss's people and the Free Press, which, if you are someone who knows anything about them, they're of the MAGA-ish world. So, yeah. So CBS is a mess, and everything's just going. It's just going to be. It's just. It just doesn't look good at this point, especially as this thing continues to drag on. Because they already fell down and pretty much said, "Let us accept this merger already," and they haven't yet.
Pretty much expect all things Star Trek to go into the cellar for another 20 years after this.
Yeah, that's a good bet.
Because they basically already said Strange New Worlds is getting canceled after season 5, and season 5 is only going to be 8 episodes instead of 10, or was it 6?
Honestly, Star Trek everything ending now was probably a good thing. Because do you really trust the incoming administration with this franchise?
Well, it's funny because a year ago we were all like, oh yeah, David Ellison has such a great relationship with Star Trek and he helped J.J. Abrams back in the day with Skydance and blah, 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 blah. And now all of a sudden it's just like, well, in order to get this deal done, we had to grease the wheels a little bit with the MAGA fuckheads at the Trump administration. So we're going to go full right-wing dipshit now.
I mean, not even go full dipshit, just to be nothing.
The Federation is officially switching to late-stage capital.
Oh, yeah.
There
We're
you
gonna get
go.
rid of this woke trek bullshit.
Yeah. So, anyway,
It's all
let
about
me do a
space
bit
lasers and jackboots, kids.
Yeah. Anyway, it's probably time to move on to the final video of the night.
That's a good place to do it right after that.
Perfect
Please, yes.
soundbite to jettison this topic.
Put a cap on that
Yes.
shit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So, if we've gotten that out of our system,
All right.
our final video tonight is looking at the Nintendo Power Star Fox 64 promotional VHS video sent out in June of 1997 to hype up the then impending release of Star Fox 64, aka the
man.
high point of Star Fox.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, I don't think Star Fox has been treated better than here,
yeah.
and it's not even close. But that's not why we're watching this.
Except for that stealth release of Star Fox 2 on the Super Nintendo Mini.
It's like, yeah, it's like Star Fox is one of these properties where, you know, you think you might be able to do something new with it, but the powers that be just don't know how.
Anyway, over on my program, we've already taken a look at a number of Nintendo VHS promotional tapes, but this is the one I really wanted to get to because this is the one where they started to try acting. I guess is a word for it. Well, you'll see. Let's get into it because words cannot describe the amount of cheese that we're about to eat here.
1997. Oh boy.
You mean Sim speak and whatever the hell they were doing in Animal Crossing was no longer the order of the day?
Your feature presentation from Nintendo Power.
Now you're playing with something.
Oh dear. The hell?
The eagle has landed. I repeat, the eagle has landed.
I already want to do something to that guy's face.
Hey, buddy.
Is little bro okay?
Sure, it's
Jumps out of a white van with a megaphone. Oh, they're gonna kidnap him.
Oh God, Sony. Nintendo, you're funny.
Sony.
Like I did having Sega, you probably should have had that guy wearing a Atari sweater, not a slick floaty sweater.
We'll ask the questions around.
I mean, Atari was dead by this point.
Yeah.
Have to talk.
Yeah, they were dead, but you know,
you got a new Nintendo.
they get to pretend that they're better than Sony.
They officially had the funeral for the Jaguar in '96.
Oh, it was 96 when it died? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was 96.
All 65 titles for the Jaguar.
And you gotta tell us all you know. Or else. Or else what?
I don't know how this was supposed to sell Star Fox 64, but somebody thought this acting direction was a good choice.
Couple of guys in turtlenecks.
They're putting a plushy Mario in a vice.
What could possibly go wrong? A couple of guys in turtlenecks, long sleeve. Couple of guys in long sleeve turtlenecks grabbing a dude and shoving him into a pedo van. Come on.
I think the editing here might be more offensive than the acting.
Star Fox 64 is the
independent special effects directly from Highlander 2.
The Fox team includes Fox McCloud and his wingmen, Peppy Hair, Slippy Toad, and Falco Lombardi.
Okay, no amount of doing that voice is going to make this sound badass.
Sent on missions to destroy
come on, let's be serious. Fox has one cool teammate who's still an asshole, and then two guys who are very helpful but definitely not cool.
But what are these
I wouldn't call Slippy helpful.
Being able to analyze the boss's health bar is useful.
You wish. In Star Fox 64,
yeah,
what's that? What's that, Slippy? You're in trouble?
For air battles, you've got
Boom? What?
Check this out. This vehicle comes with all the latest cool moves. You can do
It's like in Wing Commander when I used to just send the wingman home.
It can even do somersaults.
Oh, that's a freaking clip. The only damn thing Peppy's good for is to say that line, and that's it.
You've got the Landmaster tank.
Yep.
A totally brand new vehicle that hovers and rolls over enemy obstacles.
The Landmaster wasn't that good.
For water-based fighting, you've got this submarine.
Wow,
called the Blue Marine.
They're bringing up the submarine. Nobody liked
This
that
baby
level.
fires torpedoes that light up the dark areas for better vision before taking out the enemy in front of you.
Dark areas, the gimmick for we didn't have enough memory in the unit.
Real-time dialogue. Yeah, go play. Just play a funny PlayStation game and compare. No, it doesn't.
This really is the coolest game out there.
You see? I told you.
I have questions about Sega Guy.
You guys.
Why does he want to ask George about the rabbits?
What?
Seemingly.
There's more.
Look, I'm just saying that this game has a shocking lack of purple dragons.
We were a distance away from anything like that.
I told you.
Bad guy to tell us himself.
Why are you looking up at Sega, Sony?
Are you, Bob?
I mean, Sega was desperate for any help they were.
I didn't order any pizza.
At this point in time, like 1997 was not a good year for Sega or the Saturn.
They're gassing people. What the fuck?
This is good pizza, Peter.
Do you see why I wanted to bring this to your attention? Like, what the actual fuck is this?
Star Fox.
They're committing
How
a
did this
felony.
entire infomercial not get Me Too?
About the Rumble Pack, did you?
No. Bob.
Probably because of the ham and cheese on display.
I did. You did.
Laced with chloroform.
I do like how the pilot's just eating the pizza.
With pleasure.
Not doing anything. Not reaching for any crowbars. Running towards the exit.
What are you doing?
Oh, what?
Oh, Jesus.
Battery? Okay, sure.
That's enough. Oh,
You know,
You're
Nintendo
gonna
could
get
probably
set over a plush.
sell that for about $30.
Where did they
Yeah.
film this? Gitmo?
Pack. The big
Maybe.
reason why Star Fox 64 is the coolest
Listen to freaking
cinematic
They-
game.
well, you know, they use
Seattle.
they use the electrocution because waterboarding would be too on the nose.
Wait a second. You're telling me that this Rumble Pack actually lets players feel the game?
What, like you're actually in the cockpit, flying and fighting?
That's impossible.
Nuh-uh. Yeah.
Hook it up.
Rumble Pack.
I want to feel this myself.
He almost couldn't get his hands on it.
Once again, this is less an infomercial and more performance art.
Like when you turbo boost or you shoot a bomb, the Rumble Pack feeds back a slight turbulent
I think
vibration.
this wasn't even as bad as it got.
I actually felt it.
I told you. And when
I've
you
seen
get
better
hit
character
by fire,
development of the criminal
even
elements
more
in
of the
elevator
vibration.
action.
Cool. What's even cooler is when you crash your vehicle, that's when you really feel the vibration. This is incredible.
Well, what do you say, guys? You into a little multiplayer action? Let's get
Is that an innuendo?
to Rumble.
Maybe.
Yes.
I'm afraid.
Welcome to Versus Mode! Up to 4 players at once.
Yeah, you know what wasn't good?
Each
Star
player
Fox
has his own
64's
quadrant on the
multiplayer.
screen, and there are 3 game modes.
Broken as someone who played.
You know what wasn't good was split screen playing a video game of any kind.
Only on Nintendo 64.
Yeah,
You got
didn't
by
have
in
a whole
97.
lot of options back in the day.
On a 13-inch television.
You didn't have a whole lot of options back in the day.
Yeah, but still, like, there's a reason why, you know, Super Mario 64, sorry, Mario Kart 64,
You mean there's more?
GoldenEye, Smash Brothers, Mario Party. These are all the legends of the multiplayer arena in terms of multiplayer. Star Fox
Yeah, no,
64
Star Fox 64 was like, okay.
I mean, I'm just saying, trying to play this kind of shit on a 1983 black stripe television.
No, it would not be great.
Yeah.
Speaking of not great, Yoshi's Story.
Yoshi's Island.
Underrated?
64.
Mischief Maker. Seriously, work out the rights to get this thing back out. Really good game, actually.
I have a copy of Mischief Maker.
There it is. Yes, that was one of the games that we played in then 64 right there.
I'm not surprised.
With dedicated camera control buttons that don't control the camera.
Good God!
They were still
Remember
figuring out
Aerofighter
the
is
camera control in 3D at that point.
Top Gear Rally was one of the games of all time.
Soccer.
Okay, Internet Superstars. Okay, this is a really good game. I'm not a soccer fan, and even I enjoyed this.
Zelda 64.
Man, that is one
Tentative.
lineup.
This is some of the first footage we ever got of the game.
We in big
Yeah.
trouble.
This is back in like 5-6 seconds.
Yeah, they hadn't officially named it Ocarina of Time yet. I mean, it's kind of a
That's actually some super early footage.
We gotta go.
Like we saw like dev rooms and shit.
Sorry, guys.
You see that Star Fox footage, and then you see the Zelda footage. It's like, hey, that's Zelda footage. What the fuck?
What's that? That's the Star Fox 64 Player's Guide. It teaches
at least
you
they didn't
everything
show
you need to
footage
know
of the
about
water
the game.
temple.
Let me see that. You can buy
That might not have even been developed yet.
Or, if you want more gaming information, check us out on the web at starfox64.com.
Thanks
I
for
don't
the
think
pizza.
that
Wow.
website still works.
See you later.
Probably links to something Nintendo though. I don't see Nintendo giving up a domain like that.
Right.
Here's this real separately. There's a tape.
And that is what they sent to Nintendo Power subscribers to promote Star Fox 64. I still wonder why. Why did you do this?
Boy, I'm amazed anybody bought the game at that point.
I know. I'm like,
I mean, it was still a good game. It is still arguably the best Star Fox game.
I think it's also the highest selling Star Fox.
Yeah.
You know, the only way this would have been the only way this video would have been better is if they'd have put free candy on the side of that white van at the beginning.
I mean, it's a good
Candy
thing
or
that the
something
villains are.
else?
What?
I said
Are
candy
the
or
least
something
intimidating
else.
people known
No,
to man?
hold on. Let Adam speak. I can't hear
Go
him.
ahead. Sorry.
It is a good thing that they got, children's Saturday morning cartoon level henchmen. Levels of threatening there.
I'm just saying they were trying to rock those turtlenecks a little hard.
Yeah. I'm just saying Mr. Sega and Mr. Sony should have been working with the Shredder to menace the Teenage Ninja Turtles.
Oh, then again, they would have to get mutated, and I don't know how you can do different than Bebop and Rocksteady.
I was gonna say if they had
in
Rocksteady and Bebop, it would have been a better video.
Yeah.
You get my point.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I think that'll about do it for this week's MSP.
All right, so let's find out what we're supposed to be doing next week here. Hold on.
The good news is that the good news is the guest has already confirmed.
Hooray! Pins. Speaking of, I'm sorry, I'm up. God damn it! Tapping buttons on my phone while it's mounted in my ring light is not easy. The hell is today? 16th, 23rd. All right. So next week we're gonna have Eileen Cruz of Pop Geeks, and tell us a little bit about that, Adam.
Well, Pop Geeks is a bit of an old school production here.
Oh.
Well, in that they're very website focused. More about their website and less about, say, podcasts. They do have a YouTube channel. I'm just saying, they focus more on a website than you'd expect in, say, 2025. But they are also one of these, let's call them general geek interest collections. Latest film news, tabletop, comic books, indie games, anime, cartoons. Like I said, that's basically the stuff we do.
Uh-huh.
Here.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that sounds like it's going to be pretty good. So I look forward to that, and hopefully I will have my other phone back online so that way I can broadcast from the much finer acoustics of my automobile. But until then, that's this week's MSP. On behalf of myself and the crew, thanks for watching. Stay safe out there, kids.